do I say I'm not a children's entertainer? Because I'm not a Muppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't dye my hair. I don't act stupidly constantly to get attention from children. I don't do stupid pranks. You know what I mean? I don't cause drama. I'm here just to play games and have fun. I'm a legitimate gamer here to share my gaming experiences, not to put on a fucking, children's entertainment clown show like a lot of people do.
Tasty banana, put banana in my mouth. Tasty banana, I need banana. Tasty banana, please the feeling comes in the know. Tasty banana, put banana in my mouth, in my mouth, in my mouth. Tasty banana, put banana in my mouth, in my mouth, in my mouth. Tasty banana, squeeze banana. Tasty banana, squeeze banana. Tasty banana. Squeeze banana.
Dress a certain way. Dye their hair a certain way. Act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions. Screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing constantly on camera to become a cartoon character that children will watch.
I need banana. Tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth. I need banana. Tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth. Tasty banana. I need banana. Tasty banana. Please the feeling comes in the know. Tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth. In my mouth. In my mouth. Tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth. In my mouth. In my mouth. Tasty banana. Squeeze banana. Tasty banana. Squeeze banana. Tasty banana. Squeeze banana.
Okay, very nice. Platinum vest. By the way, when we hit the 250 vest streak for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. And this vest will be different from all the others so far. Very different, actually. So there you go.
Tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth. I need banana. Tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth. Tasty banana. I need banana. Tasty banana. Please the feeling comes in the know. Tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth. In my mouth. In my mouth. Tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth. In my mouth. In my mouth. Tasty banana. I need banana. Tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth. Tasty banana. I need banana. Tasty banana. Please the feeling comes in the know. Tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth. Tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth. In my mouth. In my mouth. Put banana in my mouth. Tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth. Squeeze banana.
Okay, let's do it.
Squeeze banana.
There we go.
Squeeze banana.
All right, welcome. 99.5.
Squeeze banana.
Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere.
Squeeze banana.
There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand.
Squeeze banana.
There's bubbles everywhere tonight. It's out of control tonight. Okay?
Squeeze banana. Please the feeling comes in the know. I need banana. Tasty banana. Squeeze banana. Please the feeling comes in the know. I need banana. Tasty banana.
Support children's entertainers.
Yes. So this, what you just heard was a remix of obviously the legendary Banana song. This was by Mishima World Order, so go and check it out and like the video and stuff. Because that guy definitely spent way more hours than I did making the original song. So let's listen to some more music. This is kind of a testing stream because I'm on a different computer now. That should be a lot better, but you never know. So let's see what's going to happen. We're going to watch the crash out from yesterday when he didn't get money and he took the Dents. He took their toys away, their moral support. So get your moral support ready because we're going to need it for today. This is definitely it.
Entertainer, because I'm not a puppet. I'm not here to play a character. I'm not here to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. I don't.
Hello, no one is available to take your call. Please leave a message after the tone.
I did not 5 but 6 crotch chops on camera. How you gonna counter that? Oh shit. This is really fucked up. That you would really come in my face like this.
Five bands. Band.
Oh shit.
5 bands. 5 bands, bro. 5 bands, bro. 5 bands. Band. 5 bands. 5 bands, bro. Band. Peanut butter jawline. Peanut butter hairline. Hits the gym daily. Peanut butter daily.
My services cost.
5 bands, bro. 5 bands. Band. 5 bands. 5 bands, bro. 5 bands, bro. 5 bands. Block me. Band. Band me. 5 bands. Band. I'm the one. Look at my face. Crispy jawline. Crispy hairline. Focus on my sexy face. Crispy jowl. Crispy peanut butter complexion. Do you know what peanut butter is? Fat, oils, grease. Fat, oils, grease. It's disgusting. Fat, oils, grease. Fat, oils. Focus on my sexy ass. 5 bands. Band. 5 bands. 5 bands, bro. 5 bands, bro. 5 bands. Block me. Band. Band me. 5 bands. Band.
Meerkat Mall.
I was like stressed out in my sleep for some reason. I don't know why. Probably because of the post-nasal drip in the cough. You know, it's in the back of my head. Oh, it's dripping in your throat. It's dripping in your throat. You're gonna cough. You're gonna cough. So it ends up being like, oh, you gotta clear your throat so you don't cough. You gotta clear your throat so you don't cough. I started feeling drippage in my throat. Drippage in my throat. I got my drip. I've got pressure here and here. Drippage in my throat. Drippage in my throat. I got my drip. Clear your throat so you don't cough. You gotta clear your throat so you don't cough. I got my drip here and here. I got my drip. I got my drip. I told you guys how stressed out I was recently this week. And that's what it is. It's a combination of a ton of stress, being around people who are sick, being overworked, right? I started feeling drippage in my throat. Drippage in my throat. I got my drip.
Oh my god, there's no soundboard on this computer. God damn it. I need to get it. I miss the spamming the same 3 sounds. Come on.
So you don't cough. You gotta clear your throat so you don't cough. I got my drip. I got my drip.
Why do I need to bring this up? All right? Because tomorrow's my day off. I got 2 big bills due this week. Everything all at once. Who? 2 big bills. Chill. Give her a pill. I got 2 big bills. The electric bill. I got 2 big bills. The internet bill. I'm reliant on Dents to pay all my bills. I got 2 big bills. I got 2 big bills. We want people who are actually here to have a good time and chill. I got 2 big bills. I don't want to be Mr. Bills. When I pop tags, I feel so pain. I can feel bills coming off my face. A timed release of 2 big bills. This is the United States of Phil. Chill. Give her a pill. I got 2 big bills. The electric bill. I got 2 big bills.
I can do the soundboard clips with my mouth. I can just imitate them. Talk about my wife, please. Please. Meerkat Mob. Who?
I got 2 big.
Just don't make me do the Cyrax scream. We're not doing that.
I got 2 big bills.
Okay, 1 or 2 more songs just because this wasn't like an announced stream.
2 big bills.
So people didn't even know it exists and they're gonna get pissed off.
2 big bills. 2 big bills. Over-sexualize everything. 5 guys. Fuck my wife. Fuck my wife. 5 guys. Absolutely has sex with my wife. With my wife. With my wife. 5 guys. Sex with my wife. Oiled up like slippery. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sex with my wife. Tyrone. Kevin. Kilmer. 7. My wife is squirting everywhere. Oiled up sauce all over her ass. 5 guys. Absolutely has sex with my wife. With my wife. 5 guys. Sex with my wife. Meerkat Mob. Absolutely has sex with my wife. With my wife. Meerkat Mob. Sex with my wife. Oiled up like slippery. Oh my god. Oh my god. Sex with my wife.
All right, 1 last song. And that's it. I have everything ready. It should be fine. Even though if it's not, I already warned you. It's a test. I already pre-made the excuse. All right, last song.
It's disappointing to me, and it's sad, but at the same time, you know, it just, once again, all the detractors, they said this was going to happen, and they were right.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself right now?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him.
No, fuck all that noise. Get you a bottle of gin from Total Wine. Fire up your TV. Drink your gin. Drink your gin. Consequences have actions, pimp. Here's what you gotta do. Drink your gin. Drink a Pepsi later on. Play your fucking WB champions. Consequences have actions, pimp.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself right now?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him. Stop being a fucking victim. You fucking bitch. You fucking asshole. Own your shit. Own your shit. Own it. Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Bitch. Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Bitch. Holy shit, Phil. Do you hear yourself, bitch?
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him.
You're still in mission 1. No, I'm not gonna let you lie. I know you're lying. I'm gonna pick on you. I know you're lying. Being dishonest and begging for money, begging, and people wanting justice. He is not a real person. He's not genuine. He is not honest. He's a scammer. I just see a scammer.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. The detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil. Your detractors.
They were right.
Holy shit, Phil.
I just see a scammer.
They were right.
Like, we totally fucked him. All right, I'm done. I'm done.
I understand everything now. I know why there's this hate wave on him. And
All right, everybody, welcome to the Swaycast. Welcome to Swaycast 99.5. Because I thought this wasn't worth the 100, so we're gonna milk the 90s until we get to the 100, and the 100 is gonna be special, I promise, unless I'm lying, which I probably am. So today, we are gonna watch the crash out from last night when your boy, Mr. Bernelski, CEO of I don't know, Denthead Gameplay Incorporated. I'm joking. The real name of the company is DSP Enterprises, but this boy didn't hit his goal, and he was very salty. And he took the Dents toys away, and he sent them to detention. They're grounded. No more crayons for a week. So I don't even know what's going to happen. As you can see, some stuff is missing from the stream. I didn't have enough time to put in all the assets. I'm streaming on a different PC that, to my calculations, should be at least 10 times better than the previous laptop. So if everything goes well today, next stream is going to be a bigger resolution, 60 FPS, stuff like that. But for now, I'm just playing it safe. Let's just have a normal stream. I just want to have a good game, a good stream. So welcome, everybody. Quick shout-outs first. Big ups to Infamous KS and the Swaggy Davis for the the 1 bit on Twitch that they both sent me. And Infamous KS says 1 kicks. So he sent me a kick, essentially, but it was not on Kick. It's very complicated. Streaming on many platforms. And big ups Bill Brasky for the 27 months, dude. So let's get into this. Let's get going. Let's get this started from this part. I think this is when shit hit the fan officially. I think this is when he realized the goal was not destined to be hit. Let's go a little bit back, though, because as I can see, he already has a frown on his face. So let's enjoy as much as possible, okay?
Alrighty, well, everyone, I hope you enjoyed. The thing is, I like the game. And again, I said this when it came out last Friday. It's a throwback. It definitely is a slow burn game, meaning there's not always going to be a bunch going on, but then all of a sudden a bunch of crazy stuff will happen all at once. That's like, whoa, what the hell? I like it, but it seems like with you guys, it's very hit or miss. Like the first stream didn't do well. The last stream did well.
Arms crossed immediately into pissed off teacher mode.
Hasn't done well. So I take that back. The first stream did do well, but it was like last minute someone came by. Last stream actually did very well. This one, obviously no. So it is what it is. And, you know, I hope that you guys will come back for it again. I am going to continue the playthrough again next week, but it's much like the same situation as what's going on with Ninja Gaiden 4.
The music is godlike.
We're not going to play again.
I love it.
All right.
I love it. And this is not even the first time that there's been sad, dramatic music as background of a DSP begging segment or a pity party. But this one is perfect.
And what's, you know, I had a good time with it. I think there was some people who were engaged, but it was like 4 people. You know what I mean? So I guess we'll see what happens next time when we play it next week. Okay? Because I am going to play it again. Only one slow stream of the game doesn't mean I'm taking it out of the rotation. But if it becomes a pattern, then I will, you know? So, and I'll say this distinctly. I said it before and I'll say it again. There's almost no support on Kick right now. And I don't know what.
0 kicks.
Where?
But he himself said that his real fans don't even watch him on Kick. There's the leftover Kino Casino people, and that's kind of the reason why he made the Kick account in the first place, because he wanted to take advantage of the Kino Casino boost. Like, come on, man.
We had literally 1 sub, maybe 500 kicks all night, so like $10 from Kick. You realize you guys are a third of my audience, right?
Now they're a third of his audience. That's crazy.
Is not equivalent to you being a third of my audience.
Whoa, that's an amazing quote. Not even like the greediest, most disgusting grifting streamer would say that. You guys are a third of my audience. $10? That's not a third of my revenue.
$10.
Holy shit.
Equivalent to you being a third of my audience. You know, the YouTube side, there was a lot of super chats tonight. A lot. Kick side. So what's going on over there? Because there used to be people who were supporting. Where did you go? Yeah, again, I gave you the messages. So you know what?
Uh-oh, he's about to take him away.
I got another 100 kicks from Natty Skinny Fatty, whatever the hell that
Yeah, kiss your moral support goodbye, Dents. It's over. It's over. And you can see they're spamming it now. Is
all right.
Spamming it now. Plus 100, plus 1,000, more. Another one. Another one. Plus 100.
Good. You don't have to worry, man.
Let's go. He's the most supported person alive.
Not only helping with the game, but you were also helping with everything, support-wise, with super chats and everything. You don't have to ever worry about that. You're cool, man. All right.
Hello? Yeah, he can't even figure out how to turn him off. This was supposed to be like a very dramatic moment, but it took so long, and it killed it. And also notice the green screen effect. It's epic. It dents his forehead. Perfect. This is perfect. The music, the dented green screen, people throwing moral support in chat. This is art. This is cinema. I would watch like 12 hours of this.
All set. All set. I fixed my error. No more messages for moral support. Using the moral support system, thinking that's funny, joking about it, and saying, oh yeah, moral support, and then no one supports. So,
and at the same time, somebody sent him a super chat saying, Night Phil, good stream, bro, kept it positive. Super positive, by the way. We're watching the king of positivity right now.
Nothing now.
He's so positive he should go get checked for HIV.
I was nice enough to you.
Insanely positive streamer.
Extra that you wanted.
And this is the part where he gets super positive. This is where it starts.
To you to give you Kick viewers something extra that you wanted, and then you took away. That's not how life works. You're supposed to reciprocate when someone does something nice for you. You're not supposed to now be a dick and try to troll. So now I took it away and you're not going to get it back. Maybe if we start getting consistent Kick support again, like we had, then maybe I'll give you the messages back. Let's see what happens, because right now, you've done absolutely nothing to earn my trust or get those messages.
They keep redeeming, though. They keep coming. They keep coming. Maybe it hasn't completely stopped.
12 just did a $5 super chat and says, good night, Phil. Good stream. Keep it positive. Thank you.
No, he said kept it positive, but he couldn't read that out because he didn't keep it positive.
I appreciate that.
All right, we need more positivity. More.
Thank you.
Please.
So now we at least got to like 70 of support, which I appreciate.
70 of support. Okay, it's not even dollars. It's just support units. It's an economic unit, the support itself.
So much.
70 of support.
All right, so this playthrough will continue next week. All right, why? Because I'm busy with new game releases and the Halloween marathon. This will return on a late stream next week. Now, if it does well next week, we'll keep going. Tonight, obviously not so good. It is disappointing because the first 2 streams we did hit the goal and people seem to like it. I don't know why, particularly 1 or 2 people who really like the game weren't here tonight. I know that for a fact. So, Let's see what happens.
So we should guilt trip him. We should make him feel bad because they always give you actual hundreds of dollars, and this time they didn't, so they should feel bad. You should name drop them. Who are they? Who are they? I don't know.
Support. I appreciate you very much, and we'll see what happens next time. Okay? By the way, if you're an on-demand viewer of this playthrough, you can always contribute with a super thanks. You could send a tip, and be sure to say, hey, this is for this playthrough. I like the game. Please keep it in the rotation. I'd like to know. All right? I know there are on-demand people watching. I just don't know particularly, you know, how much they like, if they support or not, because you're not here live. All right? All right, guys. Thank you. I'll see you next time for more Tormented Souls 2.
Oh, and that was a part of the video. Come on. Come on. What a miserable video. Back in the day, he would just not show those in the video because he knew how embarrassing it was. And now he doesn't even care.
All right. Well, guys, it's a shame. It really is a shame.
What a brutal segment.
Because, like I said, if the Kick viewers had supported tonight, we would have hit the goal. Seriously. Because the vast majority of support that we had tonight was all YouTube side. Tons of super chats. And one tip, but tons of super chats. And then Kick had one sub, and maybe like I said, probably were at this point like 700 kicks, and that was it. So, and Kick used to be supportive, so I don't know what's up with you guys. I really don't. I don't know what's up with you guys. You know, I was actually nice. And again, this is me being real with you. I was nice to you.
This is, of course, in a shout out to Pope Super Kami for the $5. Who says, the fact he believes doing something nice entitles him to someone returning the favor speaks volumes. No one owes you anything, Dave. But this is like a traditional DSP trait. It's a core characteristic of the pig roach, is that nothing ever that is done positively from him is selfless. Everything is transactional, or the thing that he's done that is positive, he's going to keep reminding you that he did it, so you can do something good for him back. And if you happen to dislike him or mistreat him, he's going to bring up every single positive thing he's ever done for you, just so he can guilt trip you into liking him and treating him nicely. That's just how it works.
Because you guys...
It's how life works, as he would say it.
We're asking for days and days. You said the moral support has been fixed. Can we start doing messages again in moral support? And I said, I'll do that for you. Why not? And I even did it on the fly in the middle of a stream. I didn't have to do that. I've turned on all these messages for you. And you guys started using them, and the moment I turned them on, all of a sudden, all the real support dries up. Well, that's not how fucking life works.
I think it is. I think that's how life works.
It's, you know, you scratch my back, I scratch yours.
Doesn't he understand that the moral support is just used as a way to troll him? It's not like genuine fans that are asking for it, because it means nothing. It means nothing. You might make more of a difference if you just actually write down in his chat something positive.
Yours. You ask for something, I'll give you.
Instead of sending him moral support.
What I'm doing. Now, so now we have pop-ups without having to contribute, so now we stop contributing? That's not how it works.
Why did he have those turned off? I don't know. It's such weird gimmicks, in the way that they work is just so strange.
All right. And it's sad because I know that there are nights that we have fun and the Kick viewers are supportive. It just hasn't happened 2 nights in a row now. You know, it's sad because sometimes it goes really well. And then all of a sudden now we'll get a span where people just want to be dicks. I don't know what to say.
Notice, by the way, all this working out, he still has titties. I'm just noticing the pattern, you guys. Just like he's noticing the pattern.
Right? All right. So, like I said in the end of the video there, I'm not giving up on Tormented Souls 2. The first 2 streams, we did actually hit support goals for the game. So I'm not going to be like, oh no, you know, that's the end of the playthrough or anything like that. And quite frankly, we already are about halfway into it. And I do like it. I am enjoying the game. So I want to keep going with it. All right? But if we have another stream where we're not getting close to hitting a goal, then I got to question it. You know, Ninja Gaiden 4 last night was pretty bad. I don't know. On that one, I'm already kind of questioning. People were saying, yeah, try other games then do Outer Worlds 2 or something.
Yeah, here we have the scheduled schizophrenia. Regularly scheduled schizophrenia.
It's part of the season. So, I don't know. But then we have streams that are overwhelmingly positive, like Pokemon. Earlier today, again with Silk Song, great amount of support. In fact, we
have 5 more minutes of this and then 15 more minutes of this during the daily wrap. So you better be ready.
I don't know what to say about it. I really don't. It's just not predictable anymore. You know, it's to the point where it's not the end of the world. I'm not going broke because we have 1 or 2 slow streams. It's just disconcerting that I do something nice to go the extra mile for one group of viewers, and literally 2 nights in a row, they screw me. Messed up. Anyway.
They screw him, by the way. If you watch his stream as intended, which is a free, publicly available stream, and you don't give him money, you're fucking him over. You're actually fucking him over. Actively. You want his family to starve if you're simply watching his stream.
You want to say thanks to those
and not giving money. That's wild. I've never heard anybody say that. Even like the fucking lol cows.
Positive and enjoyed the content tonight.
Even they have a little bit more integrity than this. No wonder everybody he hangs out with ends up looking better than him or ends up looking regular. I can't stand it. I wish I could hate on those people, but sometimes I gotta give them credit. Next to him, they look normal.
All right? Tomorrow, it's all about Mortal Kombat. Now, to be honest, I don't know how this is going to go. What I was just told on stream is that this collection doesn't have any kind whatsoever of ranking system or lobbies. It's
okay, this is getting skipped. This is nonsense. Off topic.
That maybe tomorrow we'll really enjoy it because it'll be premiere, launch day. There'll be a lot of people playing it. And then maybe we'll get play a few more times over the next month. And then it's probably going to die. That's disappointing. I don't know why they keep messing these collections up, but it's like no one listens. So at least tomorrow we'll have some fun. I hope that you guys will join me. I am going to play Mortal Kombat all day tomorrow on both streams. We'll probably start with some offline content and play through the 3 to 4 games, arcade mode, just for me to remember how to play them or whatever. But we're going to do a lot of online play too. Like I want to play it a lot online. Just I got to get used to playing it before we can do that. All right. So all Mortal Kombat tomorrow. No podcast tomorrow. All right. None. So that should be fun.
No podcast again.
It is time.
I mean, I guess on one hand, it's a good thing because he took the feedback that you don't need to have a daily podcast that is like 2 hours long. Podcast is in quotation marks. But still. He realized that all those people were correct. Remember back in the day, and I mean like 2 years ago, he had the feedback. What was it? The feedback box or whatever. He was making like YouTube posts asking for feedback. Most of the people said drop the podcast or make it much shorter, and there were legitimately like in total several hours of him explaining why this can't happen and he doesn't want to do it and he's not going to do it. And now he's doing it.
A very fun Halloween marathon all day long on Friday.
The suggestion box. That's right. That's right. That's how it was called.
King Crimson says the Legacy Collection is also on sale on...
And that was peak feedback insanity. When he wanted feedback for everything, he would get out of his chair and would ask for feedback which direction to go in. Like, this dude completely dependent on people telling him what to do for every step of his business.
There's no comp on Steam. When does it end? The sale? Because the sale on Steam ends overnight. So
you can just check it.
But it's really going to suck. I don't want to pay fucking full price for this thing if no one's playing it, you know? By the way, Jag X Strikes did a $2 super chat. Said at least moral support is better than no support. Moral support is literally just a pop-up for the viewer in the chat. Has nothing, it doesn't help me at all.
That's awesome.
It's not even like on YouTube, where on YouTube, if someone likes the stream or whatever.
It doesn't even help me at all. Then you made it for the viewers, not for yourself. Like, does everything have to help you in some kind of way? How fucking greedy are you? How much help do you need?
You get more engagement and you have a...
Bro, the stream goal is $150 from a guy that at that moment had 172 people watching him. Like, come on. How much help do you need?
Chance your stream will get thrown into featured more. There's nothing like that on Kick. The whole moral support channel point system is literally a feature for the viewer. So I give the viewer that feature to be nice to them. They have reciprocated within 2 days by taking away my support. Therefore, they don't...
But taking away my support Insane statement. Insane statement.
Extra. And that's
insane. I'm not even going to break down why it's insane. It's obviously insane. It's insane by default. It's inherently insane. They took away his support. When, matter of fact, you have to consider Kick is the place where, like, the biggest whales go to whale out and send him, like, dozens of subs.
their own fault. So I hope they understand. That's why I did it. Not because I'm trying to be a jerk. They were a jerk to me for 2 days. Okay, actually, we actually with that super chat got halfway to the goal. Bono's Tecmo says, yes, it's confirmed. The devs are waiting to see if it sells. If it doesn't, they're not going to add any features, but if it does, they will, and that's BS. I completely agree.
Absolutely insane, man. That was such... God damn it.
Sell a game.
God damn it.
Later, you sell the fuck...
And of course, like, the Dents themselves, they're not going to care. If anything, they're going to start feeling guilty that they did this. Well, they didn't do anything, but they're going to start feeling guilty because they are being guilt-tripped, so...
You earn the sale. Like, it's fucked up what they're doing. That's ass-backwards game development, and they shouldn't be performing business like that. That's ludicrous.
Hey, ludicrous. Shout out to him. Wonder what he's doing. He's probably being in the next Fast and Furious.
Okay, everyone, I hope that you all have a good night. I'll see you tomorrow.
Did you have a good night, Phil? Are you gonna have a good night?
To get the, the cobwebs and the rust off.
And this is a super chat, definitely. It's definitely one of the messages of all time. At least Wings doesn't act like you have tonight.
And then we'll definitely go online and play. And we'll
also, I hope I can find this. I might actually watch the whole pre-stream for this. Because I think somebody asked him, well, Phil, how can you be so much better than Wings when Wings has actual savings and investments? And DSP replies, well, I hit 2 goals yesterday. So yeah, I really want to get to that clip. That would be insane.
Okay? This person did a $2 super chat and says, at least Wings doesn't act like you have tonight. Yeah, and then Wings has like $10 streams, dude. He sits there playing a game. No one's paying attention. No one cares.
Okay, but no one's paying attention. No one cares here. And they're not donating. At least Wings doesn't have like 15-minute segments about it, which is what the person in the super chat says.
And then he says, well, I'm not making enough. Well, yeah, you're not making enough because you're playing Battlefield, which no one wants to see.
No one wants to see Battlefield.
What do you want me to do? Sorry, I'm a businessman. You know?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm a businessman. Well, you have a free product. It's a free product. Like, what? Find a way to make money out of the free product or monetize it.
I'm an entertainer, I'm a gamer, and I'm a businessman. And I'm good at it. You know? I'm definitely good at it, or else I wouldn't be doing as well as I am. That's why I'm frustrated when we have nights when we don't hit the goal. That's why I'm frustrated when we have 2 nights we don't hit a goal, when I gave these people something extra. So too bad. Okay. All right, folks. Everyone, have a good night.
This is vintage DSP. And it's not even vintage, it's like remastered DSP because they added a bunch of quality of life changes, which is making him 50,000 times more obnoxious and upfront with what he actually wants, which is batshit crazy.
I'll see you all in the morning for a full fun day of Mortal Kombat here on DSP Game.
The same old new Phil.
I'll see you in the morning. Peace out.
All right, let's hold on.
Is there anyone to host tonight? Should troll element.
The troll element.
I would send it over, but I don't know. With the way these people have been behaving recently, maybe we just didn't even bother since they're behaving so poorly. It's obvious there's a strong troll element, particularly
a strong troll element.
These fuckers come over here and they try to do a stream. So
what a fucking bum.
I don't want to send people over and then they're gonna troll this guy. That's going to piss me the fuck off. Yeah. Fair enough. All right. Good point. Forget it.
What is the good point?
I don't even want a chance that people are going to be dicks to Mad TV. He doesn't deserve that.
Who was Mad TV? What was Mad TV? Was that... No, that was Cypress TV. I don't know. It's some DSP den.
Fucking this troll element that's sitting here.
The troll element.
They're starting to piss me off. So.
But you already name dropped the guy. So now they're just gonna go there anyways and troll him because you name dropped him. Because you said it's a guy that you're affiliated with.
All right.
Wasn't Mad TV like an actual TV show? Like a comedy thing?
For the record, you've been supportive. It's not you I'm talking about. Because he says you can't rate him if you can't trust us. It's not everyone, but take a look at how many people are here trolling. You see how many people are there trolling? It's not the regulars who are here and actually supporting. It's these dicks.
Wait, wasn't Mad TV also the guy that thought this was Raw Phil? I think so. I think so. And he gave a shout out to Raw Phil because he thought that was the real thing. I don't really know, but that was funny. The one guy did that. I think it was Mad TV. All right, people in chat saying yes, and also that Mad TV was like a TV show, like I said. Okay, good. I love being correct. They were right. All right, go away, bro.
All right, guys,
Go away.
See y'all in the morning for Mortal Kombat, all right? Peace out. Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Yeah, peace out. Get the fuck out of here. Go do your shitty rap. Let's watch his rap. All right. First, what is this? Mortal Kombat? He's playing Mortal Kombat today, I guess. There's something. The Legacy Collection. I'm super ignorant today, by the way. I don't know shit today. I'm sorry. I'm too focused on chilling and having fun. So, okay, let's do some shout outs first. Related to the previous segment. Big ups to the Gaucho Fever for 26 months, Stuke 26 for the new membership, and Putty for the 30 months. That's on the members. And J-Dog says, big ups for the 5. He can see 2 streams as a pattern, but never piece together the pattern of his declining online career. That doesn't register to him. Well, 2 streams can't really even be a pattern. You have 2 things. For me, for it to be a pattern, you need to have at least like 4 or 5. So you can notice, you get a bigger sample size to analyze for patterns. Because 2 things in a row is not really a pattern. It's just 2 things in a row. But it's just semantics. But I love playing semantics because he does. And it's very annoying. And I like being annoying. Big ups, Mr. Extravagant for the 5. Sending moral support your way, Uzi. Also, this is the 100th episode and not the 99.5. Don't scam us like ALT does. I was even thinking of scamming you harder and never having a 100 episode. Just renaming this to the Swaycast podcast and starting from episode 1. I thought that would be a gimmick. But then I'm like, well, people are going to be confused. They don't care as much. Big ups to Jay Wasow on Twitch for the bits, who says, Pajama Slumber Party freak out with his dents. It was extremely pathetic. Oh yeah, the striped pajama slumber party? When was that? This was this stream? Probably previous one. But he did have a pizza party, which I guess this might be what you're talking about when he had the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles pizza party. When he was telling people, you can also get pizza and we can have pizza together. That was interesting. Big ups Pope Super Kami, which I already read. This was the doing something nice for people. Big ups Jay Wasow again, who says, I love this 2 streams of low support and he puts on the tinfoil dunce hat. Crash outs keep coming, Fast and Furious style. Dude, legit. Because a couple of years ago, or at least a while ago, he could have a couple of slow streams, and the idea of a slow stream back then was like $30, like actually $30, and he would have like a slow day, and he would have made like $80 in total, and he was still kind of like this, an annoying bitch, but now is just turned up to 11. It's crazy, and I just think is the negative reinforcement that the Dents gave him finally caught up, and he's just become a spoiled man baby, more so than ever before, because he's always been, but now it's like peak. Now it's next level, it's next gen. It's 4K, 120 FPS is just something else. Big up Iwamoto, that's a good point, what he's about to say. Imagine being a freelancer, because DSP is a freelancer, and complaining that your income is not dependable. This guy is so damn entitled. Time to draw up contracts where viewers give him fixed amounts monthly. He needs a salary for this slop. Well, there wasn't a contract when 1 Minute Man was a thing, but he did give him a certain fixed amount every day, or as some people speculated, a fixed amount per month, that DSP kind of broke down into individual fake contributions every day. So it might be happening even. He might have people anonymously sending him money completely off the grid behind the scenes. He could have that happening. Like actual sugar daddies giving him pocket money for pulls. He could have that. Like, I don't see why not. Because this is the shadiest man alive. It's completely credible if you think this would happen. Big up C Wookdev, who says, I give you Monopoly money. You give me money. That's a good trade-off. I like that. I can give you guys Monopoly money here in the chat. And you can repay me for the gesture of goodwill that I've made towards you. Big ups Dominic, who says, big ups to me in the chat. Shout out to you, Dominic. Thanks for the 5, dude. Big ups to Dusendo for the $10, who says, Philip is pathetic. He's literally nothing. Big ups, Meerkat. So big ups to me, and Phil is pathetic. I can agree with you here. Swaggy Davis on Twitch for the 4-bit says, even though you can't see Meerkat on stream, he's looking very robust, like Phil's bust line. Bust line? Detroit till I die. Maybe I can let you see me on stream today. I can give you a glimpse. I can't, I guess, because I removed the camera. So I can't give you a glimpse. I don't have the camera on this PC. RIP. And that's it. Let's get it on with the daily wrap, dude.
Good evening, everyone. Phil here.
Shit is ass.
Daily wrap for what was Wednesday, the 29th of October, 2025. Now, this was an interesting streaming day for multiple reasons.
Interesting streaming day.
We talked about a few interesting topics, which I'd like to get you caught up on. We had a great stream of Silk Song where it seems like we are getting closer to the end game of the game. And we had a night stream of I keep saying it's tortured souls in my head. It's tormented souls.
Oh, it definitely was. Definitely was tortured souls. That ending I saw was much scarier than pretty much any horror game I've played. Because it was real.
Survival horror on the late.
It was real horror.
And sadly, this time, things kind of flipped. I want to talk a little bit about that. It's certainly not the end of the world, but at the same time, it needs to be addressed because now 2 nights in a row, I'm seeing a pattern that I don't like. Okay? All right, here we go. Podcast today. Great show. We addressed many different topics, notably the Wings of Redemption appearance on the podcast on Monday and whether or not I would consider doing more work with him in the future. We talked about the schedule and why currently I'm not playing games like Outer Worlds 2 or Dispatch, but I'm interested in playing them once things start to calm down in November. We talked about ideas for the upcoming marathon that's going to be at the end of November. Notably, it's going to be on Black Friday, which should be Friday the 28th of November. I always do a marathon on Black Friday, but I'm just not sure what to do this coming year, and we were talking about ideas for that and other things as well. So it was a pretty loaded podcast of a lot of interaction.
Oh, yeah, dude. I had forgotten about this. More like a suppressed memory than anything else. You remember the Black Friday Adpocalypse streams that he did? Because I remember I restreamed like 2 of them fully, end to end, and it was painful. It was painful. He would just be watching ads for fast food and toys, and like there was like Hulk Hogan ad and shit like that. Pain.
And essentially a lot of brainstorming and getting people involved in the whole process of figuring out what comes next.
There's so much dumb shit that he's done that I forgot about. And I made myself forget about that.
And to be honest,
it's almost like to protect my sanity.
People really appreciate that. Because when I involve more people...
Because then I get myself thinking, wait, I sat through that and it most likely was at like 3 a.m. Because I remember there was his birthday stream like 2 years ago, maybe 3, when... it was like 4 a.m. my time, and he was doing some dog shit WWE 2K simulation matches. And in the middle of like the Royal Rumble, I was like, what the fuck am I doing? He's not even playing the game. And I just went to bed. It was the worst.
Like that, they tend to support more. I'm not even kidding you. By the end of the podcast, we had already hit a goal. Yeah, people just like, wow, that's awesome. Phil's involving us in the process. He's taking our feedback and constructive feedback and actually applying it. Yes. Like that's what I want. I want constructive feedback. I want to know what you want and what you know, what you're looking for so I can make it. I can do it. I want to do that content, right? So anyway, it was amazing. Then we jumped into Silk Song, and Silk Song was great today. Thinking about it off the top of my head, we did an entire optional dungeon featuring the Green Prince. I didn't realize it was an optional dungeon. I actually thought it was one of the main.
Yeah, this is getting
actually an entire
optionally skipped. This is an optional segment. Let's get to the begging part.
where I am.
It's probably going to be a rehash of the begging part from the stream, but I just want to see him be miserable.
Playing
I just want to see him seethe and cry about moral support.
a game on a late stream, and people show up and seem to engage, and we're having a good time, like the build-up, right? We're talking on the build-up stream. We're having a good time. Some support's coming in. We're shooting the shit. It's all good. And then I start to play the game, and it seems like what you notice distinctly. The YouTube chat is being positive, is being engaged, is supporting, and the Kick chat is negative, toxic, disengaged, and not supporting whatsoever. This has now happened 2 nights in a row. Now, particularly last night, someone had been bugging me for days and days saying, hey, we want you to turn on the moral support messages again. I talked about this.
Someone's been, what did he say? Nagging me? Begging me? Whatever. For days and days. It's always like that. With something that he has to do, it's always people are begging him, they're pleading, they're harassing him, they're annoying him, they're being toxic towards him, and he's just the nicest guy, and he always does the thing, no matter how toxic people are about it. Of course, Phil's just such a nice guy.
Last night,
I'm sure he's going to be super nice in this segment.
to summarize, when you're watching someone on Kick, you earn channel points for how long you watch them. You can use those channel points for various things, like wagers, where you can wager the points. Hey, will this happen or will this happen, right? Will Phil clock out by this time period? Will Phil win this next match? Stuff like that. But in addition, there's these messages that you could do highlighted, and originally you could actually put text and stuff in them, but we had to turn them off because what we found out is that there's a loophole that trolls could get banned from the channel, but then they could still do these messages. So they would get banned, and then they would start doing moral support messages that say horrible things, racist things,
Horrible,
kinds of messages.
doxing
We turn it
things.
off.
They said his name was Phil Burnell. No one was supposed to know that. That's private information.
Apparently this week, Kick fixed it. So people were bugging me for 2-3 days to turn it on. I was like, all right, I'll help you guys out. You know, you guys have been great recently. You've been supporting me or whatever. So I'll turn these messages on. So
You've been supporting me or whatever.
last night, I turned the messages on.
I love it when he says or whatever. Go look it up in Pick Go. It's some of the great clips is or whatever. It's usually when he's lying about something and he's trying to obfuscate the situation. He uses or whatever as a smoke screen. Oh yeah, I fucking I was pissed off at this guy or whatever.
on, and immediately all support stopped on Kick. I wish that this was an exaggeration. This is literally cause and effect.
This is an exaggeration.
On last night, people start, oh, I'm going to use all my moral support to get messages in chat to get noticed, and then no support came in. So last night, Ninja Gaiden 4, we ended the stream at $50 of support, which almost all of it had come from the YouTube side. What the hell gives? So tonight, I give people the benefit of the doubt. I said, maybe it was just a slow stream last night in Ninja Gaiden. That's the issue. That's fine. Let's do Tormented Souls tonight. So with Tormented Souls 2, we were now in the city. We had
What's that glitching for? Bernowski.
left the convent.
Okay, he's back.
There was a whole big mall segment where we went from store to store, solving puzzles, fighting monsters, exploring, doing all this stuff. We beat them all. We moved on. Now we went to another street. We actually ended up at a processing plant, and we're going through there. It's funny because they call it a processing plant. It looks like another mansion. I'm serious. It's like a second mansion in the game, which is kind of weird. I don't know why they think it looks like a fish processing plant because it really doesn't. But creepy vibes, good atmosphere, you know? Again, throwback to total old school.
Creepy vibes, good atmosphere. That's what I want to hear about a horror game.
Some of the puzzles tonight because they were
Hell yeah.
tricky.
Or was he talking about the begging segment? That had some creepy vibes. I was scared because he's gonna take away my moral support, and he did.
But I had
God damn it.
the YouTube side engaged. We had 5 to 10 people who were really into it. They were talking with me the whole time. They were helping me with puzzles. People were supporting with super chats like crazy tonight. On the Kick side, was there a lot of people in the chat? Yes. Were they actively engaged in the game? Not really. They were saying it was boring. Were they supporting? Not at all. You want to know what they were doing? Highlighted messages. Oh, moral support message, moral support message, moral support message. Well, that's great. I don't get paid for that. Okay? So I did everyone a solid last night. I said, I'll turn these messages back on because you've been so supportive. Then they decided to take the support away. I'm not even kidding. Tonight we had one.
They took it away.
Maybe.
They took it away because literally this is like an entitled person talking. It's not like it, it's exactly that. They took it away because he was entitled to money that they hadn't even given him yet. They just gave it to him in the past. And by they, I mean specific certain several people that weren't even there today.
Kicks. So I think overall the entire night I made like $12 on Kick.
And the sad part, and this is, I guess this is sad for everybody except DSP. The sad part is that a clip like this would go like actually viral, and big streamers would talk about it and be like, whoa, this guy is so fucking entitled, he's so spoiled. But they don't do that because no one expects anything more from this guy. They expect this. This is what they show up for. Moist Critical, he knows DSP's a filthy beggar. What's the other guy? Like Asmongold, whatever big streamer made fun of him in the past. They know that this is his whole gimmick. So for them, it's just old news. Oh, DSP is entitled for money and crashing out again. Whoa, must be a Wednesday.
So the people who are watching on Kick, it's not everyone. I want to be clear and abundantly upfront, transparent. It's not everyone on Kick, okay? There are also people on Kick who are still supporting.
But he penalized everyone.
It's like I've said,
he took everybody's toys away because a couple of kids were breaking theirs
months ago.
And they weren't even doing that.
The people who are watching on Kick, the vast majority of them, they're people who are there to troll. There are people who are still hanging out from Kino Casino. Don't ask me why. They come by. They have their little good old boys club mentality. This is why I kind of have lax moderation on Kick. I don't want to sit there moderating the thing all night. I just don't. But at the same time, there's also been a positive element of support on Kick. Now for 2 nights, there hasn't been. All right? So here's what I did. At the end of the night,
and it's 2 nights in particular. It's not even 2 back-to-back streams. It's just 2 nights. Is what makes them crash out.
Fine, have it your way. And I turned off the highlighted messages. And I'm not turning them back on. At least not until support returns. Because I was getting the support. I gave an extra thing as a way to say, here's a reward for being so nice to me. And then people said, oh, well, then we'll just stop being nice to you. I thought it's the opposite. I thought in life what happened.
No, the crazy part is that he's even interpreting it like that. That's what's crazy. That he even got to this conclusion to make this fake-ass bullshit narrative.
People are nice to you, you reciprocate. So now
that's like incurable levels of mental illness. Not even a lobotomy is gonna change that. He's gonna have a lobotomy and be the same.
Keeps that nice.
It's the only case that this has ever happened.
Oh, someone's nice to you, so you're nice back, so then they start punching you in the face. Huh? I just don't get it. 2 nights in a row this has been, so I had enough. So now the question is this a situation where this is going to be an ongoing thing with Kick, where it's just going to be people who are there and they're just going to troll and not support? I don't know. It very well could have just simply been, hey, the people there who normally would support weren't there. There was one person who gifted a sub who's a regular, but outside of that, there wasn't a few others that normally are regular. So maybe that's what happened. I don't know. But yeah, I'm just not going to sit here and get abused by this audience who's sitting there. Oh, look at these highlighted messages, but no one's going to support. Ha, 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 this is funny. And that's what the messages are saying too. Ha, 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 support, support. That's not support. It's a feature for them. It's not a feature for me. I get nothing out of a highlighted message in the chat. They do.
But you get moral support. Isn't that the point?
Understand, I really...
Oh, no. They abused it by using it as the exact same feature that it was supposed to be. No.
They implemented it.
You abused it because you used it in a way that I didn't like, that didn't make me money.
You know, they didn't. They kind of...
That's abuse.
Kind of copied what Twitch did.
What are the comments for this? I wonder what did the real honest DSP fans say. Here we have one. I assume this is just the ones that have not been deleted yet because DSP's been sleeping. I can't wait to watch the recap on the casino. This is the top comment. Actually, not by likes, but it's the first one. Then we have, these are just diary entries. Good comment. I was surprised to see this level of quality comments under a DSP video. Then we have, I'm stuffed. You couldn't possibly feed me any more content. Obviously, this is a starving detractor who is no longer starving. This is now an overweight detractor. Sending moral support, we have here again. Then we have someone talking about Digital Eclipse, which is, you're talking about Mortal Kombat? We're talking about video games in this comment section? What's wrong with you? Then we have someone who says play Dispatch, and then the last comment that doesn't fit on the screen, but I'm going to read it out. Fuck, I didn't believe when others said you were toxic until the interview this week and the last few days. I'm done with watching. Grow up. After the interview with Gorge, or whatever, Gorge. Okay, whatever it was, just you complaining the whole time, then telling him advice you didn't take yourself, and now you're complaining about deserving money because you turned on a basic function? I think you obsess about your goals as well. Gorge. It's literally spelled Gorge. Gorge. But this is like obviously Wings of Redemption, which should be his name. Gorge. He looks like a gorge. I mean, come on. Wings of Redemption. Wow. This is the first thing that comes up. I don't know if you can see that. Is Wings of Redemption BBC. And then Wings of Redemption YouTube and Wings of Redemption Death. So you know this guy is hot. This dude totally looks like a gorge. Look at him. This is Gorge Clooney. This is Gorge Washington. Hell yeah. All right. Let's go back to this. Some quality comments here.
Kind of in a half-assed way. I think that they could have done it in a better way, but...
Gorge is Gorge.
Tonight we ended, I think it was like $75, $77 of support for Tormented Souls 2.
And he can be Gorge, and Cat can be Marge. So we have Gorge is Gorge and Large Marge. That's an epic couple. That should be a sitcom couple.
Okay, that's not horrible.
Seth MacFarlane's going to make a sitcom out of that.
Stream of Silk Song. So it's not like, oh my God, today was a failure. Not at all. Not by any means. But I am disappointed because Tormented Souls 2 had been doing good. It had been regularly. The first two streams we hit the goal. Now this is the third stream and we didn't. That sucks, right? Again, much like Ninja Gaiden 4, I don't want this to become a pattern. I want to be playing games that people like.
I thought it was already a pattern.
Tonight, once again, was just a one-off.
It hasn't become a pattern yet, officially.
Ninja Gaiden 4, I don't know. I'm not going to act like the sky is falling and say, that's it, the playthrough's over. I'm going to keep playing it. We're going to resume it next week. Just like we're doing with Ninja Gaiden 4. Both games will resume next week as late-night streams. Now,
I'm not going to act like the sky is falling and completely abandon the game, but next time if this happens, I'm going to do that.
Let's see what happens.
Fair enough.
Now and next week. I hope that this pattern, this nonsensical pattern on Kick does not continue. Okay? If support returns and people start supporting again, I'll probably turn on the highlighted messages again so that people can...
Gorge. I don't know how this guy came up with that. There's nothing about Wings of Redemption or Jordy Jordan, which is allegedly his real name. That is Gorge. Maybe Gorgie Gordon? Maybe. I don't know.
You know, some nice messages in there. Again, it's a way to...
I'm just trying to find the logic, but I love it. I love Gorge.
Let's see what happens. All right, let's go from there. I don't want to be a negative person, but man, people were being complete dicks to me in chat tonight. They were laughing about it. They thought it was fun.
They were laughing about it. They were laughing at his suffering, which is not hitting his goal.
And then I turned off the messages, and guess what? The laughing stopped. All of a sudden, the bitching began. You took away our messages.
But it didn't stop, though. They were still sending moral support throughout the whole segment.
Yeah, because you're using them in a very negative, toxic way. You're actually hurting the business that I'm trying to run. I don't care about you. I care about the people who are here to have fun, be a positive part of that fun. And listen, I understand you can laugh at me and you can make fun of me and my gameplay or whatever. I'm okay with that. But no, you don't take away income because you think it's funny. That's not how it works. All right? So, let's see how it goes. You know, with Kick over the next several days. I do hope that there's a turnaround. I do hope that the support comes back, to be frank with you. I like streaming.
And guess what's going to happen today? One of those dents that usually pay pigs on Kick is going to come back and give him like 1 million subs and say, I'm sorry, Daddy Phil. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
The dual aspect of...
Please give the kids back their moral support. Please.
Having the Kick chat be kind of unruly.
And he, out of the kindness of his heart, and with 1 million subs in his pocket, he's going to turn it back on. Because you've deserved it.
Being crazy.
Such a nice guy.
He's more organized.
I don't know why people hate him so much.
I like that.
He's so awesome. He never killed anybody.
But I'm not going to be sitting there streaming to avoid.
He's not like a human trafficker, unless you count the 2 girlfriends that he shipped across the country. But that's not exactly like that. It isn't.
Exactly what just happened 2 nights in a row. So let's see if there's a turnaround, and we'll go from there.
They want it to be traffic.
But anyway, I'm not quitting out on these games. I will absolutely continue with Tormented Souls 2 next week.
Yeah, get out of here, Gorge. Come on. Wrap this up so we can watch the pre-stream.
Ecstatic for, and I'm worried about. Here's why. Tomorrow is Thursday the 30th. All day long, I'm going to be playing the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. In fact, I'm about to buy it and pre-install it on PC here. But guess what just happened? Someone came to my stream and said, hey, I just got it and it unlocked. Oh, the collection has no lobbies. The collection has no ranking point system whatsoever.
No way.
It feels like it's a half-finished game.
It probably is.
And the game devs posted up earlier today on social media saying they will add those features if the game sells well. You're going to add features that are a standard of any fighting game if the game sells well. So you're selling us an unfinished, under-featured fighting game. Okay? You're admitting this publicly in these posts.
Yeah, that's a disaster. If that's what they did, because here the source of the information for me is DSP. So with everything he says, it's alleged.
People are buying the game and realizing the features aren't in there. You're saying, oh, well, if more people buy, we'll give you those features later. Something seems awry, doesn't it? And I've been criticizing.
Oh, and he bought it
a lot as of late.
So yeah,
especially the ones recently that have come out from Capcom, saying no lobbies, no a proper ranking system, no crossplay. These are the 3 key features to a fighting game having legs and living more than a month.
So you're trying to say that they took away features that previously were there? Why? They didn't do it to punish you, I'm sure.
The problem is
but yeah, if it's the way that he says it, it's very silly.
In these collections as a quick,
because like this is not the first time developers and publishers have done that when they release the incomplete game and hoping that it by itself is successful so they can keep working on it. That's kind of the whole live service model. But most of the times when this happens, the game itself doesn't have enough features, womp womp, of course, obviously, to be successful, and it's not successful, so they just abandon it. Remember Anthem? Anthem was supposed to be like the biggest thing ever. And then it didn't have features, and then they promised a bunch of them, and then they didn't give us anything. And then the game was like $3.
Let's make quick money.
And now I think it's completely been abandoned.
That's it. People run back to emulate these games for free on the internet, and then
you probably can't even play it offline.
I don't think this collection is going to succeed unless these
Anthem was awesome. Good thing BioWare turned it around, and the Veil Guard was amazing, and everyone said that it was amazing, and the writing was awesome. People love the writing in the Veil Guard.
We'll have a change of heart.
It's great.
Add the features. I'm being honest. I think this game will be a couple weeks. It's going to flop, and no one's going to play it. That sucks. I was looking to have this be something that I play for a while, something cool, retro fighting games, retro Mortal Kombat, which I haven't played in 100 years. At the very least, tomorrow should be fun. Okay? But, sadly, right now, the way I see it, this ain't looking good. I'm looking forward to tomorrow. What we're going to do tomorrow is we're going to not do a podcast, but do like a little hangout session. And then we're going to jump right into the game.
Little hangout session, think 45 minutes.
Offline gameplay where I check
45 minutes after the 30 minutes it takes for the stream to actually start. And I don't mean the music to start. I mean the actual guy talking and being on stream. So that should be an adventure.
And play through their campaigns. Then we'll jump online probably with Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 or maybe even Mortal Kombat Trilogy. And we'll see how it goes. And hopefully it goes well. And then we have a good time. But I'm nervous. I'm nervous that this collection will suck.
Yeah, bro, we get it. You look nervous.
Rotation, although I have been expecting them to be in there. So let's see what happens tomorrow. I hope you'll come by. We'll enjoy classic Mortal Kombat together.
Yeah, he's going to get wailed out today, and it's going to negate the pattern of negativity. I think that's what's going to happen. Or at least it sounds like a thing that happens to DSP pretty much every time. So at this point, I'm just going to default to this happening. All right, yesterday's pre-stream. Let's get started with that.
Back to the
first, let's do some shout-outs if there are any, and there are. Big ups to Swaggy Davis for the bits on Twitch, dude. And I already read that message, so you're not going to get read again. You didn't give me enough money. Big ups, Infamous KS. It says, big ups Meerkat. Now that we have provided support, can we have our moral support back? Well, I never took away your moral support. You can support me in your heart. You can send me thoughts and prayers. You can send me moral support attached to a dollar bill. I will accept that. You can send me a check in the mail. You can send me mail order bride or any kind of organs that would go for a good price on the black market. I'm open to anything, man. I'll just take anything. I'm just a fucking a street living European. We take everything. We eat bugs over here. Come on, we eat crickets, cockroaches, anything. And moral support. Big ups Golarak 6433, dude. If he had a regard wrangler that took all his donos and gave him a fake WWE mobile game to play, he would be a millionaire. What's up from Poland? Big ups from Poland, kurwa. How's it going? And yes, if he had a wrangler like, what was that guy? Josh Block, the World of Shirts guy, who I constantly see clips of him going around on the street harassing people, and then they beat him. That's a great guy. That's a great streamer. This guy deserves moral support. Yeah, and big ups Nero, aka Soldier, for the sub on YouTube. Big ups, Big Soldier. And shout outs Old Man Jenkins for the $2. Says, people tell me my chat isn't moderated enough. No, you can talk about anything except all the things you can't talk about. And sports. Shout outs Fedora Glow for the follow on Twitch. And that's it. Let's get started with this.
Level 1 podcast. Actually, this is the last podcast of the week, even though it's only Wednesday. Yeah, it's kind of a weird week this week with all the special stuff that's been going on.
All right. For now. Yeah, I think that's Microsoft Edge. That's what happens when you use Microsoft Edge. It edges you too much. And you can't bust. Yeah, what happened now? Come on, bro. The stream is up. Everything is up. There we go.
On today's show.
There we go. It's just so, the quality of content is so good. It takes a while to load. You're not ready for it.
Including what happened with the Wings of Redemption interview, what's been the follow-up and fallout from it, and what about the future. In addition, we'll get caught up on all the playthroughs that I'm currently working on to talk a little bit about a schedule, because people have been saying...
Oh, yeah, there's definitely a skip. So we're going to skip the preamble nonsense. Isn't there like a fake intro? There is. So we're going to skip that too. Big ups Lord Puds for the follow on Twitch. And big ups to Aloha Snack Bar for the 5 gifted, dude. That's massive moral support. That's even better than moral support. That's morally supporting other people by giving them memberships. That's amazing.
Yeah. October flew by, did it not? It certainly didn't seem like this had been a full month. The next thing you know, you turn around, you look at the calendar, and you're like, what the...
I want to focus on this comment. At Kalo Baza. I hate the new at shit on YouTube. It's annoying. He says, Josh Block is mentally disabled and an alcoholic, so he kind of deserves moral support. And what is Phil? Is Phil any different? Look at him. Look at him. They're basically stepbrothers. Or even, they might be twins. Who knows? It's a little bit of an age difference, but, well, DSP was the first child, and then a while after, they needed a second one, so welcome, Josh.
It's nearly here. Only 3 days left in the month, and that means gameplay, new release fighting game stuff, and then marathon. Pretty crazy. But I hope that you're all doing well, and I hope that you're ready to chill and relax with me here on the show.
And Josh, to be fair, to give him some credit, even though I don't like him at all, and I don't like that people are excusing him being annoying and harassing people with him being disabled. But to give him some credit, he actually goes outside, and we can see him be outside. And he goes to other places in other countries and gets drunk and parties. And DSP is begging for memberships at the same time.
So thanks for being here. Let's talk. We got a lot to talk about, do we not? I do believe that we do. I hope we get more attendance. I don't know what's going on today. I'm taking a look, and on YouTube...
Wow, 106.
I don't know what's going on. Maybe
pathetic attendance.
Because I just noticed that we just fluctuated and lost a whole bunch of viewers out of nowhere, so maybe it is a YouTube thing. Hopefully you guys aren't having technical issues. It's nothing on my end.
Oh, yesterday it might have been a technical issue, because yesterday Microsoft Azure was down, AWS was down. Yeah, that's crazy. Big ups to Elijah FM for the 2. Says, do you like Aphex Twins? I do like a couple of his songs. I'm not really much of a fan, but there's a couple of his songs that I like. There's some compilations that I used to listen to at work. I do appreciate the artistry and the creativity, though, because that guy makes music out of, like, crazy shit. I don't even know how it's called. Go look it up. Very creative stuff.
Everything looks good, and hopefully you guys are here to sit back and enjoy. This will be the last formal podcast of the week. And what I mean by that is, yes, we're going to have a couple of chill sessions. Like tomorrow, there's no podcast, but we'll have a little bit of a chill hangout before we start with the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. And Friday, it is my annual Halloween marathon. We won't do a formal podcast, but we'll do kind of a first video, first hangout. I'll reveal my Halloween costume and all of that. So, I hope that you guys are ready to relax. All right? Let's talk. Let's get caught up a little bit here. First off, good morning to everyone here on the stream. How's everyone today? I hope you're doing well. Who do we got? We got Mateo Jr. and Klaus Siffler, Chris, Alpha Gun, Kopi.
Yeah, this is getting skipped. I don't know why people do that. It's kind of like a... I understand why you do that, but it's also, you're just reading out a bunch of names.
But
I guess if you're one of the names being read, you're going to feel nice because the streamer said hi. But really, essentially, you're just reading out a list of names.
4 months.
I don't get it.
Makes sense. But
it's a very skippable segment.
The silver lining here is that the month of November may be actually one of the slowest game release months I've ever seen for the fall. It looks like this year, all game publishers are insanely afraid of Call of Duty. Like, no one even wants to release their game remotely near the release window of Call of Duty, which is smack dab in the middle of November. So because of that, it looks like we may have a good amount of time to focus on the games that I'm already playing, get through them, and then take on some other games and projects as appropriate. So maybe all right, but we'll talk about that for a little bit. Also, this morning, Capcom released game sales numbers, and
for what? We have Street Fighter?
Huge sales surges, giant profits, success across the board.
Yeah, let me find out why this is bad on the Level 1 podcast.
But wait a minute. According to the industry gurus and big wigs, I thought that gaming was down.
Oh my God.
I mean, Phil Spencer himself of Xbox said, oh, we're seeing a gaming decline and the game sales just aren't like they used to be. So then why is Capcom so successful? We're going to take a look at their game franchises and their sales numbers. We'll try to see if we can figure this out. In reality, I actually don't think it's that hard to figure out if you have a brain between these ears, if you have like a functioning, intelligent organ in your head.
Okay, so we exclude DSP from this. That's why none of this makes sense.
It's not rocket science, but apparently...
Because his idea of quote-unquote gaming being down is every game that comes out, the revenue is $0. It doesn't even sell a copy because everyone is literally so broke they had to sell their gaming stuff and they're living on the street now. When someone tells him something, he interprets it in the most extreme way that you can. The most extreme way.
The people who are
like actually the meme of the black and white, like life isn't in black and white. This is the guy that tells you it is.
Most of these games
and explains to you how it actually is.
They just aren't very fucking smart. Okay.
And now he's gonna have like a gaming opinion that is the most common Twitter take that you can have, that is just not even disagreeable because it's factually true, but it's so basic that it doesn't even make sense having the opinion, like voicing it.
So
is like saying that video games are fun.
This should be a good show, and I hope that you guys are chill and relaxed and ready.
Oh, it hasn't even started yet, even though we had like 3 intros already.
Background will be adjusted.
This is definitely a skip.
Dude, what is with the calendar? They changed it.
Whoa, they changed the calendar.
27th, okay? The very end of November, the final Thursday of November, is American Thanksgiving. But that means that my final marathon, my marathon of that month will be on the final Friday, which would be Friday the 28th, which is good. It'll be exactly around a month away from the Halloween marathon, okay? So, what would you guys like to do for our Black Friday marathon this year? Traditionally, back in the day, that was actually the day when I usually did a giant Ask the King, meaning this would be like a super episode where I would answer a ridiculous amount of questions and do Q&A, because back in the day, I didn't used to do interactive streams. It was just me making content as if I were sitting here alone playing a video game. And so Ask the King was the opportunity where people would be able to step up and ask questions and we'd have some interaction. Obviously, Ask the King doesn't exist anymore. There's no point for it to exist because now we talk every day, right? So a couple of years there.
All right. Whiskey banning. Who are we going to ban?
Right? So a couple of years there.
Because he got distracted and someone said something that he doesn't like, and then he reached for the mouse. Who are we going to ban?
A couple of years there, we did an ad apocalypse marathon. What that was that people would nominate old school ads from back in the day.
Oh, I didn't see.
And we would sit there and
God damn it
all day. And it was actually quite funny. There'd be like themed ads of certain kinds of things, of different eras, like the 80s, then the 90s, the 2000s. And watching old advertisements could be absolutely hilarious, especially some of the ones that are like international outside of the US where they go crazy with their advertising. So that was fun for a couple of years, but then that felt kind of played out. There's also been years when I did gaming marathons. For example, Black Ops Friday, where I would play Black Ops, whatever the new one was.
When did he do that?
And we do...
He did that? That I think he actually did? Edge froze again. Epic browser. Next time, definitely going to be a different browser.
Objectives.
I'm not putting up with this shit anymore.
I challenge myself to snipe exclusively and see how well I can do. Then maybe I go for a big melee run for like an hour and see how well I can do, right? Handguns only. Stuff like that. We've done that too, okay? So the thing is, we've done many different things on Black Friday, but never has it been like ultra consistent. Halloween is always consistent. It's horror games. It's me in a costume. It's a lot of fun. Christmas, always consistent. I'm wearing ugly Christmas sweaters and other attire. I'm drinking. We're doing some holiday-themed stuff, gaming. It's always a good time. But it's really the Black Friday stuff that's never really set in stone. And so, I think what we need to do is we need to try to figure this out. Now would be a great time to start talking about it, because if we can figure out roughly in the next week what we want to do, that means we could start to set it up, promote it, get people hyped for it. I don't want to wait till the last minute to get this figured out, because then people won't really care. I'd much rather have it set ahead of time so everyone can get hyped for it. Okay? So.
Yeah, but we don't know what to get hyped for. You don't even know what you're doing.
What do you guys think?
So, yeah. Oh, someone, look at this. The moral support comment. Someone sent him 100 moral support and says, LGBTQIA plus marathon? Yeah, he should play Dustborn.
Let's start talking about it. We've had a few ideas.
Play Dustborn and Veilguard.
Retro.
He did play Veilguard. He even made a video about how it's woke, and that sucks.
Gaming marathon, notably like old
that was the most based video ever.
Nintendo games. Now, I'd be down for that. You know, I could play classic games like Ninja Gaiden, Super Mario, Zelda, Metroid. The thing is, I'm not sold that that's going to entertain an entire group of people. I feel like that might work for a small group of people, but is that going to be enough to entertain an audience for an entire marathon? Will people actually show up and engage and support with an all retro game style marathon? I don't know. That's definitely something to consider, though. If not, let's say we want to do something gaming. What about the Black Ops idea? Do you think that people would show up if I said, I'm literally going to play, you know, Black Ops all day? I'm not so sure. Or maybe what we could do is we could do, like, you start with Black Ops, you take a break, you do something else in between, then you go back to Black Ops, maybe taking some breaks in between and breaking it up.
So it's not, there's no gimmicks. What, it's just the stream where he's going to play Call of Duty longer than he usually does? Wow, it's so exciting. I should give him a moral support.
You know, I don't know. What do you guys think?
I don't know. What do you think, Phil?
Tractor says a DSP tries it marathon with a little bit of gaming sprinkled in. Well, that's a crazy idea. Obviously, if that were the case, it wouldn't be all food, right? Like maybe we would do 1 or 2 DSP tries-its that are food related, but maybe we do DSP tries-its of products. And I guess the question would be, what would the products be that you would want me to try? It's an interesting idea, maybe something very different. Huh. Maybe an all multiplayer day. Supportive Support says you could do Black Ops, you could do the Mortal Kombat collection.
Oh, it's the same tired ideas as always. Not even trying to... He could just do the fucking shitty cologne idea. Why not? Just do that. And have that be a gimmick. Just do something different. Something, anything. God damn.
Okay. All right, but...
So painful.
Just 2 games? Maybe it could work. You split it up. See, here's the other factor that we have to bring into consideration here. The Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection comes out tomorrow. We're going to talk about that because that's part of my gaming schedule for the week. There's no guarantee this collection is going to be good, is going to work well, and people are going to want to play it. It might be dead in a week. And I hope it's not. Like, no exaggeration. I want it to be good. I want the collection to work well. I want the collection to have competition online and be fun to play. But it could literally be a dead collection. It's being made by the same people who have made other collections in the past. No crossplay. Previous games that came out from this company did not have all the proper online features for them to actually have longevity. Basically, people would buy their collections, play them for a month or 2, and then drop them immediately because they said this sucks. I don't know what's going to happen with this collection at all. Also, you got to factor in the games in this collection are incredibly old. You're talking Mortal Kombat 1, 2, 3, Ultimate 3.
Oh, this is getting mega skipped. This is one of those, yeah. Someone in chat just said that the Dented Zone was a documentary, not a parody, and it really reminded me of this. It's just cycling back to the same topic and then cycling back to it again. It's insane. It's actual insanity.
Stupid. So here's what we need to do. Let's start talking about this. Let's try to figure this out. What do we want to do for the Black Friday Marathon? Black Ops Friday, Multiplayer Friday, Retro Friday. What are we going to do? Let's get the discussion going so that we can actually have it locked in and planned. And that way we can work on promoting and getting excited for it, you know.
All right, skip.
I could buy the adapter and it still doesn't work. And be wired again.
Wait, what was that?
Promoting and getting excited for it, you know.
When I skip and miss out on the precious context.
Clout Sifler says you can get a USB to Ethernet adapter for Switch 2 and be wired again. Yeah, but Clout, we don't know what the problem is. We don't know if the problem is the dock. We don't know if the problem is the console itself.
Go test it out, bitch. Go do some troubleshooting. Come on. What do we have to find out? You gonna give me your Switch so I can test it out? So I can check what's wrong with it? No, you got the Switch, bitch. Go fucking tweak it around and play with it until you fix the problem. But of course, this dark side Phil. He would much rather complain about a problem until somebody just replaces the thing that is broken and they just buy him a new one instead of actually fixing it.
I could buy the adapter and it still doesn't work.
So what?
You know?
He'll return it. It's an adapter. It's like
so anyway,
$5 probably. Well, since it's a Nintendo thing, it's going to be like $65.
Let's start the discussion so that we can actually start to plan and hype it up, okay? I'd love to hear your feedback today over the course of the day of what you would like me to do on Black Friday. Cool. Couple quick shout-outs, and then we're going to...
Oh, why he doesn't emulate games is because I think he thought it was immoral, I think. Don't take me at face value. I might be lying to you. But that's my memory. My repressed memories of those segments is that he thought that it was immoral because you have to download the ROM from somewhere. And he's not willing to go through the other steps to play it like the completely legally way. So yeah, doesn't want to emulate.
And I want to talk a little bit about...
And it's also hard. It's hard for him, even though most things are just plug and play. Most emulators. There's like a 10-minute long YouTube video you can watch and just figure it out.
How things went on Monday with the interview with Wings. All right. I definitely want to talk about the game schedule, and I want to talk about Capcom. So let's get going. Couple quick shout outs before we get.
Yeah, let's just skip all of this bullshit and get to the things that actually matter a little bit.
It was a weird thing that happened. So what this person is basically saying is there's a reason for it, and you'll see later. It actually has something to do with the story.
Video game talk.
It wouldn't have lasted a month. Okay, Kirby Air Riders lasted 3 streams, and people were bored to tears.
Video game talk and begging and complaining about low tips.
Not even used. Garbage. It sounds to me like their manufacturing quality has gone way the hell down, is what it sounds like.
Sounds like DSP's qualities went down, and it was already at the bottom. So what the fuck happened? We found a new bottom. Just keep digging. Keep digging. DSP is always one stream away from being successful.
Yeah.
Just one stream. Just never comes.
Okay. Wow. I received
$1 million.
an incredibly generous $100 tip.
Whoa, stream has been saved.
$100 tip. That is incredibly loud, isn't it? I think it's too loud. Hold on. That sounds too loud to me. I gotta lower it.
Okay, this is getting skipped.
So, a $100 tip. This is early support for Silk Song. I am loving the playthrough, and I hope that you can 100% it. Well, the thing is,
Whoa, you're gonna have to open up the wallet extra wide for 100%.
don't know what is required for 100% completion.
Probably to complete everything.
I don't know if the way that the game is set up, if there's anything that you can lock yourself out of. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I don't know what you mean. That's why I'm gonna skip. I have no idea what you mean, Phil.
or whatever, to get a master.
Or whatever.
So there's that. And then I'm trying to think what else you can do. Like, what's left?
Let me just refresh the page. Okay, and skip to this part.
Well, maybe I'm just stupid, but I thought that that sounded pretty catchy. I was like, that could be a good show where it's just us hanging out every once in a while.
Oh, hold on. We're talking about wings now.
About how it went. Did they like
Okay.
his opinion and stuff? And he hasn't really said much. Basically, at first he was like, just so you know, I don't really like talking via chatting like this behind the scene. I just don't like that. And I was like, well, that's fine. If that's the case, I'd like to, I'd like to talk to you to get your thoughts about how it went.
Why don't you just send him a voice message on on Discord? It's like the easiest thing ever.
What are your viewers saying about how it went? Did they like it? Has it benefited you on your own streams? Are you?
Oh yeah, huge benefits from appearing on the prestigious Level 1 podcast. Huge, massive benefits. DSP was like Wings of Redemption's Kino Casino. He gifted him an audience, and Wings is resurging now. He even lost weight. If you click on his stream from yesterday, I guess, if he streamed, he's like 150 pounds.
Anything positive out of having done this? Whether it's just we chat on Discord or we chat on XDMs or we have a call. I just want his feedback, his actual reaction to what happened. So far, I haven't gotten it. I've asked and I haven't really gotten a response. But I think that's par for the course for Wings. That's how he is. He literally brushes you off. He puts it off. Then maybe he'll respond in 5 days. You know what I mean? I have no idea. Okay. So I guess we'll see. So let's find out
Let's find out. And again, we're putting public pressure on the guy. Guys, just so you know, he didn't text me back. I don't know if he will, you guys. Like, I don't know if any of you is gonna go there and tell him, but like, he hasn't texted me yet. It's so bad. It's so bad. Going out of your way to put pressure on some guy that was on your show to tell you that it was great, because that's what he wants to hear. He wants Wings to message him a paragraph about how this changed his life and this appearance was like the most meaningful thing to ever happen to him.
Okay. Personally,
and to be honest, I don't think Wings cares. I don't think he got any benefit out of it, because like, what benefit can you get from hanging out with DSP? More people hating you? Awesome benefit.
Like I said, I think doing stuff every once in a while with him might work. I don't think that doing stuff regularly, it's going to work at all, right?
Why?
Okay, so let's see what
He said the same thing about Cat
happens. I'll let you know. But
and pretty much everybody else.
I still like your feedback on what did you think? Did you like it? And do you want to see more? Like maybe every once in a while we have a show together where we just sit down and we talk. There's a special edition of the Level 1 podcast with Wings as a guest, and we just get caught up on what's going on with him, and we talk about various topics and go from there, right? Because this is the thing. A lot of people are saying it's not, just understand, it's not, this is not something new. Like, this is how he is.
And I'm thinking, like, when Wings ends up talking about it, it's probably going to be like a 20-second clip where he says, yeah, I hung out with Phil. It was all right. Yeah, that's it. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much what I expect.
He isn't regularly available. He doesn't respond a lot.
He does, bro. He's sitting around fucking sleeping and playing video games all day. He's got all the time in the world. He just doesn't give a fuck. He doesn't give a fuck about anything, is my impression.
But then all of a sudden he'll get...
But Phil, if Phil texts you, you need to be available 24/7. You need to be his babysitter, because this is the neediest man alive.
excited, and all of a sudden the excitement will die out again. Again, I don't know the guy. You guys know him way better than I do. You know, if that's the case, then I guess that makes sense. You know, and go from there. So, I don't know. But I enjoyed, let me put it this way. I enjoyed doing it. I would do it again. I just don't want to do it all the time. It's just like
he's talking about like they did anal.
Other things that I tried.
I enjoyed it, but I wouldn't want to do it all the time.
Smart Guys was working until it became a weekly thing and too common, and it got boring. Building Legos was
yeah. We watched, by the way, yesterday the Smart Guys lore, why it ended and what his impressions were, and that's not what he said.
All the time. It's just like other things that I.
That wasn't his. Listen.
Until it became a weekly thing and too common, and it got boring.
Nah, the problem was that it took too much effort and people didn't watch it and give him money. That's what he said. That's the official reason that Smart Guys was over.
Building Legos.
That he had to watch wrestling once a week and it was too much work. And then he had to find a co-host and add him to a Discord chat. And that was also too much work.
Working until we got to the third major Lego build and it got boring, right? So to do something like this every once in a while, I think it would go well as long as it's not too often. The thing is, you need buy-in. And it's funny because I will directly answer something that was asked to me after Wings had left. Someone asked me the question, Phil, would you ever start to do something regularly with Jordy? Would you consider doing a regular show with Jordy?
You just talked about that.
Like,
I said no.
You know what is catchy to me? Wings and the King. I don't know why that's catchy, but like I think Wings and the King. That sounds like a good name for a show, doesn't it? I don't know. Maybe I'm just stupid, but I thought that sounded pretty catchy. I was like, that could be a good show where it's just
Wings and the King. Come on, man. I mean, the most he did is come up with the least creative idea for a name ever. He doesn't even have like a format idea. It's just,
well, it's going to be called like that. And it's going to be like, well, I talked to this guy about things and stuff. It's so fun.
just us hanging out every once in a while. Wings and the King, right? But there is one big factor.
Hey, don't talk to him like that. Your wife is also fat.
The big elephant in the room, okay? There's a reason why I can't really or don't want to even consider committing to anything like that.
Because he's unreliable. You just talked about it for the last 5 minutes.
Here's what it is. At the very end of the interview with Wings, I asked him the question, are you done with Lol Cow Live? And his answer was, I'm done with it now, but I might go back to it if I need the money. To which case, I just got to shake my head and be like, well, if that's the case, then how could I ever commit to do something with Wings? Because at any moment, he could decide he's not making enough money.
I mean, he won't be. Obviously, he won't be even making DSP streams.
Because of that, he could just turn tail and run and say, I'm done with this. I'm done with the show with you.
Yeah, I mean, you picked, like, out of all the unreliable fat bastards that exist on the internet, he came up with probably the most unreliable fat bastard on the internet to do a show with. Like, you're just complaining about something that you signed up for. Much like when Keemstar was complaining that Boogie and Wings were unreliable. Like, buddy, that's the whole point, right? You made a podcast with them, a show with them specifically because of that.
Because we're not making enough. I got to go back to what makes me money, acting like a complete clown on myself and going back to Keemstar. And I don't want to put myself in a position where I put time, effort, money, and other things into
money. I'm gonna invest money. He's gonna buy Wings a Ford Raptor.
Successful, but he still decides that he wants to run away and go back to Lalcow to make bank, and this leaves me high and dry. I hope that makes sense to you guys. That I wouldn't want to do that. You know what I mean? Plus, as you know, I don't like to overpromise and underdeliver. I don't want to say to you guys, "Oh yeah, this is a great idea. Let's start up a show," and then the show gets canceled because he wants to go back to Keemstar. All right. So, I understand Swaggy P says, well, he just doesn't want to close the door on easy money. No, I totally understand that. And listen, the way that he explained it to me, all right, made sense. Here's what he told me in the interview, okay? He said, basically, because he did what he did for the year and a half, he degraded himself, he embarrassed himself, he publicly made a spectacle of himself, he made enough money that now he has security where he can take time away to figure out what he wants to do. He wants to build his channel back up to be self-sufficient. Right now it's not, but he has the time to work on it. If he didn't have the Lalcow money, he wouldn't have been able to do that. And now I kind of get that. He even said something I respect him for a lot.
Isn't this the exact same thing, minus the security, that DSP got from Kino Casino? The exact same thing. He went on there, degraded himself, made a fool out of himself, made a clown out of himself. He was doing fucking push-ups and doing, like, runway walks and embarrassing shit like that. He got his wife called fat multiple times. Of course, Lalcow Live is way more drastic in those aspects, but it's pretty much the same thing he did. And without the Kino Casino money, he wouldn't have all the flashy RGBs and other bullshit. But unlike Wings, DSP has no security from the whole thing, and he didn't actually invest anything into anything.
He said, I don't want to be the guy that as I get older, because I have all these health problems, now I got to go to the government and I have to live off government funding and government assistance to pay for everything. I want to be able to support my family myself. And that's what that Lalcow money was for, was to be that nest egg that he can draw upon to pay for himself as he gets older and has health problems, and his wife has health problems and everything, so he doesn't have to go on government assistance. Okay? 1,000,000%. All right? 1,000,000%. I understand that.
But?
Okay?
But?
1,000,000%. I can't even argue with that.
Yeah, of course, it's like, it's a reasonable thing. Why are you acting like it's an extreme opinion?
I get it. To him, it didn't matter that he embarrassed himself and degraded himself and lowered himself and made him look like a clown, because he made the money that it helps his family. All right? I get that. I guess I'm happy that I'm in a life position and a work position where I don't have to do that.
What, having security and investments and a nest egg?
And I'm still successful.
Uh-huh. Sure, bro.
I could be in the situation he was in, but I'm not.
But you were. And then you got bailed out multiple times. Much like Wings also got bailed out multiple times by his own Dents.
And I'm grateful for that. That you guys come by and engage and support with my content enough that I'm not having to be a clown somewhere in order to try to make ends meet. In fact, I'm doing better right now than I have been doing in many, many, many years.
Thanks to what? Thanks to going through the same thing as Wings of Redemption did. Making a fool out of yourself and having other people monetize you and give you some of the money. The same effect. The same effect.
And it's doing what I want to do. The content I want to do, not self-deprecating, embarrassing bullshit.
You still did that. You just didn't know.
That's
because I think Wings was in a better position because, of course, He was in an inflatable pool and being covered with chili, which is an incredibly humiliating and degrading thing to do. But he wasn't 100% self-aware that he was doing that. In Keemstar, whenever he does those types of gimmicks, it's always like the guys know what's up and they signed up for it and they agreed to it. And with DSP, it was all like a big manipulation from Triple P to make him do whatever he wants and feeling like he's the king, but in reality being the jester.
For fucking morons. But instead...
And the only thing it took is the promise of money and success.
Gameplay, hangout sessions, social interactions, meaningful content. Okay? That's excellent. So again, every day I want you to understand how grateful I am to all of you for allowing me to do what I love for a living, for letting me live the dream. Things are going well right now. Okay? Thank you for that. Okay? But basically, yeah, like that, what gets me is I wish that Wings could be in a position where he could say, you know, I really don't want to go back to Lalcount. I'm never going to. But he can't. He's afraid that at any moment, the rug can be pulled out from under him and he's just not making enough money on his channel. And then...
Same DSP. This is basically a projection. Because right after Kino Casino ended, and about the time when it was about to end, like that whole saga, he had a couple of segments where he talked about, I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back to like begging for money and getting like $20 streams. Like this is DSP talking to himself. He's not even talking about Wings.
He has to go back to Lalcow. So I don't know. I'm trying to help him. I gave him advice. I said, dude, you got to stop playing Battlefield. You tell you right now, your audience is not going to support it. What does he do? He went right back to playing Battlefield. He's been playing it for 2 straight days, and his streams aren't doing well.
Oh, wow. Phil told you. You should have taken Phil's feedback. But your stream's not doing well either. You had 2 bad streams in the last 2 days, and you had a combined probably 30 to 45 minutes to an hour worth of complaining.
I'm just being honest. Like, I think one stream he made like $60, then he made like $90, and then one stream he made like nothing. It's like, you're playing Battlefield.
So did DSP actually go around to pocket watch this guy to see if he took his advice and how much money that made him? Like, bro, you're fucking sick.
You're just talking with your group. No one on chat is engaged. No one's gonna care. I think he'll probably do better when he goes back to Call of Duty in a 2.5 weeks or so. I think then he'll do better.
Oh, this fucking gloating in just condescension is so dog shit.
Battlefield ain't it. You know what I'm saying? Buckwell says you're not in a position to give advice. Buckwell.
Oh, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be awesome. Get ready.
My streams do well. I hit my goals. I exceed my goals. I'm doing way better than he is on his streams. I'm in a great position to give advice because I'm where he wants to be doing content.
But he has savings and investments, and you have RGBs. And begging segments.
What I'm doing right now on his gameplay streams, he'd be ecstatic.
Like, come on, oh, God damn it. I cannot fathom being on the same side as Wings of Redemption. But here, I just got to give it to him.
So what the fuck are you talking?
Like, he looks like the bigger person in this situation. He looks like the bigger person. And, I mean, he physically is, but you know what I mean.
About? In what realm of reality do you think I'm doing poorly? Please explain how you think I'm doing poorly for myself right now. Dude, yesterday I sat here for 3.5 hours just shooting the shit with my audience, playing Pokemon. And I made almost $400 playing Pokemon.
Oh, I can't wait for the night stream. Oh, wait. We saw what had happened then. He didn't have that energy then. You couldn't tell he was successful. He was sweating. Sweating raw grease. Extra virgin oil.
My content is working. His isn't. And I'm trying to help him.
He doesn't want your help, dude. And he didn't ask for it. That's the whole thing. You're just injecting yourself in somebody else's business. Even though he's a pathetic bum, still, you're doing that. And you just look more pathetic and more like a bum.
But he has to also be willing to want to listen to help. And I don't think that right now Like, I don't think that he thinks that anything that I told him is going to really help him, honestly. Maybe I'm wrong, but I know what he's doing ain't working with the Battlefield stuff. I know that for a fact. He needs to change it up and do something different. He's doing Dark Souls streams, and he calls them depression streams, and he makes more money on that than he does playing Battlefield. Okay, so why are you playing Battlefield?
DSP completely forgot about the concept of being a video game streamer and playing video games that you like playing. Imagine that. It didn't even cross his mind. Whoa, maybe this guy just likes the Battlefield game because it's fun to play. No way. I'm so shocked.
There you go. Anyway, anyway, I liked how it went on Monday. Everyone else seems to be of the consensus. They like how it went on Monday. I agree with all of you, but you have to understand that basically he's not the kind of guy that's going to jump at something like that. He's very slow to even respond to stuff. I'm hoping to hear feedback from him to say, hey, either he liked it or he really hated it or whatever it is. I want to hear feedback from him. He seemed to be very positive on Monday, but sometimes this guy's attitude also changes after the fact. There's been times where he was happy about one thing, then a few days later, I regret I ever did it. Maybe he'll regret doing it. I don't know. But I'd love to hear more feedback from you guys on what you think. And I would absolutely consider doing something else for him in the future, just not often, because I don't want it to become so common that it's not special anymore. The reason that worked is because it was a first time ever thing, right? Here we go. Okay. So that's that.
Oh, that's a great message somebody sent him. A moral support message, by the way. If you know how he is, why did we go on this weird rant? Literally. If you know the guy, you know he's flaky, you know he's unreliable, you know he doesn't care about your moral support and your advice and your guidance, and you know that he's only going to do whatever he wants. Like, why bother? Why is he so important to Dark Side Phil that we're going on these fucking tangents? I don't know what's about some of the internet people that they just latch on to one another, and it's like they have personal relationships. Like, bro, you don't even fucking know that guy. You just talked to him on Discord once. He's like an online character. Just let go. Just let go.
So that's that. Let's see what happens. I would love to do more, but let's see what happens. I mean, he has to actually want to respond, and we'll go from there. Okay? Cool. Okay. The one thing I want to talk about before we get to the Capcom topic is currently what's going on in my schedule with all of these playthroughs and everything. Okay? So that you guys know exactly what's happening and, you know, what to expect in the next several weeks. Before we get to that, there's one thing we have to talk about. Support! What is going on with support? Right now we have a $100 tip and like a small tip and a few kicks. What is going on? Let's get some support right now. Let's get some subs on.
A guy gave him $100, by the way, and we're still begging like there's no tomorrow. Back in my day, when DSP got a $100 contribution, he would shut up about it. But no, this is the modern day era. This is what makes you successful, so take notes, Dents. And Wings of Redemption.
On kick right now. Let's get some kicks on kick. Let's get some super chats. We have no super chats today. 0. No memberships? Well, you think because one person was generous, that means, we just forget it. Oh, we don't have to support. No! Let's get some support right now for the Level 1 podcast. Let's hit that. Excuse me, I'm exploding. Let's hit that goal. Let's get support for the podcast, support for Silk Song. Let's get it rallying right now. Let's go. I'm serious. Let's hit it. I want to see the first super chat of the day right now.
Let's see what's going to happen.
Let's get our first.
Let's get it. Let's get it. Are we getting it? Did we get it?
Moving in the right direction.
You got it? No, he just got moral support. So this is the origins. This is how it started. The whole saga started here when he begged for money and then he looks like this. You see him directly looking at the kick chat, even though this is the raw fill layout. You know what I mean? It's very poetic. He's looking at it right now. And there's just moral support. Endless stream of moral support.
People are spilling kicks all over the floor over on Kick. They're dropping their pennies on the floor. which cannot be counted towards the goals, but is still appreciated because it does add up and actually helps. Come on, let's go.
Dead air?
Come on, who's going to be our first super chatter of the day?
And then nothing? Nothing.
Who's going to be?
Not even like $1. Someone's saying, hey, Phil, I'm first-time super chatter. Keep up the good content.
First sub of the day over on Kick. Yes, 100 kicks gets you on the leaderboard. We already put someone on the leaderboard for that. Supportive support. But in order to get a pop-up or be counted, it has to be 100 kicks or more. Single kicks, I'm not going to count. It's ridiculous. I can't even tally the single kicks. There's no way to even do that right now, which is really, I wish there was. I don't know why there isn't, but, you know.
What's going on, bro? This is such a pathetic segment. After just talking about how awesome and entertaining he is.
So good at constant lies and retkins, he was born to be the Minister of Information in a totalitarian regime. He could show his stream and get promoted straight to the top position. Maybe the CCP watches him to learn new techniques?
Yeah, I always saw him as a corrupt, but he needs to be like in a shitty country. He needs to be in like Bulgaria. The corrupt minister, the minister of what? Of Bulgaria. The minister of culture. That's it. Minister of culture in Bulgaria. Which, by the way, I think it was the minister of culture in Bulgaria specifically that recently, or the minister of education, that was caught in some gay sex orgy. There was a big gay sex orgy scandal happening. So DSP would fit right in. He would be perfect. Yeah, the Minister of Business. That's a good one. It's just the vague idea of business. And his job would be to like point at something and say business. That would be it. It would be like a cartoon character. Or maybe in Poland, because he's got the 25% Polish. He could qualify for a citizenship.
No, we're gonna get no super chats. We're gonna get no subs. We're gonna get no kicks. Nothing. But don't make me do it. All right.
And there you go. There you go. He got a €5 super chat. Somebody fell for it.
Super chat.
But it was sad. The point of, because he started here, around here somewhere, he started thinking no one was going to give money, and this would be a really bad segment. But it was slightly less bad.
But don't make me do it. All right. We got our first super chat of the day from Derbrocast, €5. He says, "Nice podcast, keep it up. Thank you." I don't know.
Yeah, this is what I was waiting for. The guy who sent him $5 to be like, "Yeah, Phil, good stream or whatever."
What the euro conversion
Just
is.
shut up, dude.
Take a look at that. Because that's been all over the place, actually. Up and down recently.
Oh, the Minister of Support. I would like that. The Minister of Support. And he would be begging the European Union for like funds. That would be awesome. Can you please send a contribution so we can upgrade our like infrastructure and stuff? All right. Well, anytime now. Which country is gonna be the first one to send us a contribution? Hello? No, he's checking if it's real. Yeah, he was doing currency conversion.
Derbrocast for the first super chat of the day.
But to be honest, the Minister of Support sounds pretty good. So if your job is to go around and actually beg other countries to give you money and to finance you, that's kind of like people in the government do that. There's people that do that. Not exactly begging, but you know what I mean. Like ensuring the positive contributions from international business and stuff like that. They just call it differently, but it's still the begging ministry. Big ups Glenn Perrow and Free the Captives for the subs on YouTube. Let's get to 7,200. Can we do that by the end of the second? Anytime now.
Very nice. Now we're up to 110. Let's hit that goal by the end of this podcast. Let's hit the...
Oh, yeah, we actually got to 7,205.
By the way, that would
So
help
big
me
ups.
for last night with what happened with Ninja Gaiden 4, which we'll talk about in a second, okay? Because this is the next topic. So, all right, let's get into it. What is going on currently with all of my playthroughs? Where are we with each?
No. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
This thing is like the dude that goes on a single mediocre date and then starts desperately blowing up the girl's phone, asking for feedback and trying to secure a second date.
Oh my god, no. Don't say it. I started imagining it. It made me actually physically cringe. So embarrassing. And he is like that. And he was this weirdly needy guy with attachment issues. Always. And to me, this just screams insecurity. Because if you were confident in what you're doing, if you're confident in yourself, your personality, you're just going to do what you do. And people are just going to end up giving you feedback regardless. You don't have to go around begging them and groveling at their feet for feedback or for future interactions and stuff like that. Just have some integrity.
Game. And how much longer to beat? What's in the rotation now? Why am I not playing other new games?
Yeah, this is getting skipped totally. It's getting completely skipped.
Standing in front of the UN butterfly, asking for support while snorting and wiping snot on his gamer shirt. Would the translators also translate the throat clears, etc.?
Hell yeah, dude. It would be so great because they're going to broadcast them on different TVs, like worldwide. He's going to be dubbed in Turkish. He's going to be dubbed in Arabic. He's going to be dubbed in Hebrew. It's going to be awesome. It's like those AI edits of him begging in different languages. It's crazy.
Switch 2, if it runs well.
I almost want to see it happen.
All right.
Can we have the next arc be people gassing him up to get into the government? Or at least like local government? I don't know, run for, I don't know what kind of local government you guys have. Not for like mayor of Seattle, but a guy that's on the council. He has the people's interest in mind.
It could be like a really good visually appealing game, but it's an insanely repetitive, grindy game.
It's an insanely repetitive, grindy segment.
Okay. Guys, let's go. $13. Okay.
Okay, so we're just straight up sitting here waiting for the goal to be hit.
$13.
Defiantly sitting there and begging and stalling. Anytime now? Anytime now. Maybe say something. Okay, somebody became a member. At least give him a shout out.
Some more subs on Kick.
Oh no, now we care about the kick subs.
Kicks on Kick, right? That would work. Some kicks on Kick would
Maybe
work.
some kicks in your
Oh,
ass.
is this a new membership? It is. I got a new membership from Be Nerdy here on YouTube. Thank you to Be Nerdy for the membership. So guess what?
But bro, he's just doing what like other Joe is doing on an Angry Joe stream. Because, you know, other Joe is just sitting there reading chat and giving shout outs. And he's doing that, but without the guy who actually plays the game and does the content. He's just the sidekick to himself. Wow.
It's only $9 to hit the goal.
And it's just nothing else. Like this segment. It's just sitting here. Only $9 left, you guys. We're not gonna start until we get $9. You better have them.
Come on, let's go right now. Let's rally and hit this goal. $9. We can say we're at 4 out of 10. We can go right into Silk Song and not have to worry about it at all. We're already there. We've already hit the goal.
Big ups Jared Miller for the subscription, dude.
Alex from Phoenix just did a $5 super chat. You talk about the whole Xbox ordeal. Their next console priced at over $1,000 with a joke they want to go out of business. Their next console there's no information about pricing. It's nonsense. What they're
So this guy, you're trying to tell me this guy spent the last who knows how fucking long stalling and begging for money, and then a guy sends him an actual contribution with a message, and this is what they get. This is the attitude they get.
Xbox ordeal. Their next
You get the TTS on 5 times the speed, and then you just get completely dismissed. What an epic interactive guy.
Console price it over.
You would think that he's going to engage with the message and talk about it and maybe even pull up the information this guy's talking about to fact check. and have an actual discussion. At the least, not just to be a normal guy, but at least to motivate other people to send him super chats with messages too. But he doesn't even do that. You're getting the TTS 5 times speed and then dismissed immediately. That's epic.
Over $1,000 with a joke they want to go out of business. Their next console there's no information about pricing. It's nonsense. What they're saying is they want their next console to be a powered machine similar to a PC, yet they're claiming it's still going to be a console. I don't think so. I think what it's going to be, there will be an Xbox, but the Xbox will literally be an underpowered PC that's sold at a discount rather than an actual like gaming PC experience that's fully fledged. That's what I think. But pricing, there's no pricing or anything available yet. Doesn't even exist yet.
My impression was that they just want to make Xbox be associated more with like a multi-platform brand and not just a console, which is just fucking Microsoft doing shit. It's just Microsoft shit. They're going to put Copilot in it. They're going to put it integrated in Windows, even though it already is. And it's going to be this. It's just going to be the Microsoft environment of gaming. It's just going to be called Xbox, which in my opinion is not an improvement at all.
Thank you for the $5. And then we have Lord Tipton Cashmore, the 6th, with a $1 super sticker. So now we're at 147. Well, before you say, why would anyone buy that Xbox branded console? Just buy a PC. You have to understand that a ton of people just bought the Xbox ROG Ally X that just came out. Why? I don't know.
Why the fuck not?
Handheld PC like that before that one existed.
Sure, they did. It's called a Steam Deck.
With the same features, probably for cheaper. But because this one's Xbox branded and has the Xbox app in it, they charged more and people paid more.
But it has better specs than a Steam Deck, for example. Of course it does. And if it's handheld and it has good user experience and games run well, why the fuck not? I'm loving the Steam Deck. And it's very flexible.
It's not,
because you can take it anywhere and it's literally a fucking PC. It got the Linux on it, which runs well. I'm actually very impressed with how Linux deals with Windows games and creating the environment to run Windows games. You can get the dock for the Steam Deck connected to your monitor, and you just have a PC. Of course, it is underpowered, and you shouldn't be trying to run the latest and greatest games on high settings, because, of course, it doesn't make sense. But eventually, with those allies and the other alternatives of handhelds, you're going to get there to some extent. And you also have the dynamic resolutions, DLSS, frame generations that make things smoother, even though that also has a price. And many devs are using it as a crutch. But that's with every good tool that comes out, it's being used as a crutch. Anyways.
I don't even think you could justify it.
I just hate it because he's got, like, he's having his hands on a good conversation here. Because he can talk about this and he can just talk about it by himself like I'm doing right now. Because I actually care about this stuff and I'm using it and I'm interested in it. And I would like it to be better and for more people to enjoy it. And for more people to be playing games on whatever consoles they want. But he just dismisses it, and he's so toxic and negative about it. It turns me off having the conversation and listening to him talking about it. I would rather just talk about it myself.
They just did. They said, I'll pay more. So Bruce did a $2 super chat. His thoughts on Arc Raiders.
Should I upgrade to win 11 or stick with 10?
Here's what I'm going to say, Duty. I would recommend to do this, because I do this on pretty much any PC ever. First of all, you use, to answer your question very quickly, just stay on 10. Even though the 10 has, they're going to stop supporting it soon. So, or if they haven't already done it. So make sure to do the research on that. But here's what you do. You look up Windows 10 debloater, which is a PowerShell script that all you have to do is just paste this in PowerShell, and it's going to delete a bunch of dog shit garbage that comes integrated into Windows. And you get to see and decide exactly what dog shit garbage to remove. Make sure to use that to clean up a bunch of garbage. Then use a group policy. Group policy. Remove Windows Update to turn off all the updates so you don't have annoying updates in the middle of your day and Windows spamming you and shit. So you get to remove all this shit. It's super easy. This is what I do on every PC that I've ever had. I did this today on the PC that I'm using right now. Hopefully I'm going to keep using it because so far it's been awesome. And yeah, maybe there's some other quality of life stuff you can do to improve. Personally, I've used Windows 11 and Windows 10, Windows 11 I'm currently using on my work laptop, on my actual laptop, and on this PC. And it's been fine. It's been fine. I haven't been seeing any crazy issues. But it's Microsoft, so they can always happen. You never know. That's why I'm telling you, if your shit runs well and you're satisfied, just turn off the updates and just stay like that.
Yeah, Arc Raiders essentially is...
Or at least that's what I do. Just make sure to do some research first, so you don't blame me for it.
It's not my kind of game, right? It's an extraction shooter or whatever they call it.
Oh, yes, and the debloater also removes all the AI from Windows. So they remove Cortana, they remove Copilot. Any kind of Copilot integration is gone. So in case you hate AI, go and get it right now.
Nothing to do with the kind of gameplay that I do, I excel at, or that people enjoy seeing from me.
Thank you. Very meaningful. Here's some moral support.
Big ups for the moral support,
also,
dude.
Be the kind of game I'd be able to interact with my audience, so I'm skipping it. It doesn't really affect me.
Maybe I made some mistakes. I was not 100% correct with everything I said, but that's what works for me. Like, I'm just telling you from my experience.
And then B Nerdy did a $3 super chat and said, here you go. So we've done it, folks. Just like that. We have hit our goal for the stream, and officially, we are now at 4 out of 10. Thank you for supporting.
Awesome. This is the worst part.
Thank you for supporting the stream. Thank you. I got more coming in. Thank you guys for everything.
Also, last thing on the tech support segment. DJ Clink in chat says you want to get rid of the Google Gemini on your phone. There's also debloaters for phones, but that works a little bit more complicated. You might need to turn on the developer settings, and you might need to have your phone rooted sometimes, depending on the phone. So look it up. It might work for you. It might not. Just stay safe. Don't brick your phone.
Amazing positivity. The fun has begun. I'm excited. Full day of streaming today of various games. Tomorrow, Mortal Kombat. We got Halloween right around the corner. We got an awesome November lined up. We got Christmas on deck. It's time. It's the best time of year for games, for goodness sake, isn't it? It really is. And I really enjoy Whoops.
Yeah, the best time for games. That's why he spent the last half an hour begging and waiting for money to come through. And he spent the half an hour before that talking about fucking Wings of Redemption. Such a great time to be a gamer.
Really enjoy hanging out with you guys here every day on stream. Thank you so much. Princess Luna also did a $5 super chat and said, happy spooky season. Thank you to Princess Luna for that. Really appreciate you guys. All right. So thank you all. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be it for the Level 1 podcast for October.
Yeah, immediately. We hit the goal, play the animation. Epic.
The episodes. I'll be coming back with the show on Sunday. Tomorrow, no show because we're doing Mortal Kombat. Friday, no show because we're doing the Halloween Marathon. But I'll be back on
Awesome.
Sunday.
He would be back.
Thank you.
Oh, and this is the podcast ending animation thing. This is the first time I saw it was yesterday. I don't know how long he's been using it for.
For watching the Level 1 podcast. I hope that you have enjoyed the spooky season here with me on DSP Gaming. I wish you the best. I hope you'll still be here over the next couple of days to hang out with me on the shows. But the show will officially return on Sunday morning for more fun and epic adventures.
This is so corny as fuck. Fun and epic adventures. Come on. You should be sued for false advertisement. God damn it.
Thank you guys so much. I will see you all Sunday. Peace out.
So, all right. I'm thinking of ending this stream. This should be the last stream of the month. But before we end, before we have our final farewells, I want to give you some more quality of life suggestions for your tech that I'm personally using and I really like. So first of all, if you just reinstalled your Windows and you need to install a bunch of stuff just so you can have it and you can use it, you can use Ninite. I guess that's how it's called, which creates an installer for a bunch of apps. So all you have to do is come here and click on the apps you want to install, and you can install them all automatically using one thing, which is great. Also, Revanced Studio, I think it was called. Studio? Revanced Studio? Revanced Manager. So this is a thing. It started for YouTube. It's basically the cracked YouTube Premium that you can use on your phone. But also with the patcher, you can patch a bunch of other apps. So you can patch Twitter, Discord, Reddit, and you can get the premium for free. So I'm not saying that you should do that, but if you happen to accidentally click on this and then follow the steps, I don't know how, that would probably work out in your favor someday. Let me see what else. I don't really know, actually. I think that's pretty much it. Oh, yes, there was... in case you wanted to activate your Windows, and Windows, Microsoft PowerShell is very useful because you can do a bunch of shit by copy-pasting a command.
Where did we go? Clown World. Also big ups.
Hey, big ups, DJ Clink. Yes, the epic adventure is about to end. So the last thing I'm going to shill is a very simple Windows activator that you don't even have to download. So it's activate Windows... PowerShell. That's all you need. And really all you have to do is just open PowerShell and copy paste this, and then it's going to run a script that's going to activate Windows or Microsoft Office.
Not to derail, but did you see RTUS crash out?
The one where his dad walked in the room? I think yes. I think I watched the clip on Twitter. So essentially Rich is streaming, his dad walks in the room and is like, yo, did you order a credit card? And then Rich turns around and is like, yeah, you don't fucking interrupt me during the fucking stream. And he got salty as fuck. So you guys can go check that out. Yeah, and I think that's it. I said pretty much what I wanted to say. I think I'm going to send you over to the WPIG stream now and have it all end. After this week, I'm going to be on TBS, I think, on Sunday so far. But don't take that as fact because we haven't solidified it yet. And what else? I'm going to be back with a stream maybe on Sunday. We'll see how it is. Watching the DSP Halloween Disaster-thon. And that's it. I think that's it. I said everything I wanted to say. This was a good test for the new PC. I'm glad it's working, so I'm going to move on positively. Probably bump up the resolution and the frame rate, see what happens. And yeah, thanks everybody for joining me across all the platforms that we were live. I will see you next time for episode 99.6 of the Swaycast. Stay sway. Keep it flat. I forgot my other buzzwords. But most importantly, Yong.